I mean, this whole thing is so surreal. I mean, I just met Oprah. I just met Oprah.
Weird, isn't it?
But so, I mean,
It's crazy.
because when I started blogging 8 years ago, and I'm still around, which is fascinating because the internet, everything changes so quickly, and what was popular then may not be popular now. And there was a period there where I felt like, wow, I've tricked the world into thinking I'm somebody that matters. I've tricked the world. But what I realize now is I am somebody that matters. And we all matter. Just because we're born, we matter. I mean, and what's great is we don't all have to agree on the same thing. I mean, Oprah may call it one thing. To me, recently, this state of enlightenment that I've come to, it all goes back to energy, because energy is a scientific fact, and I was also telling this to Oprah backstage. You know, this might get me in hot water, but a lot of people may not be open to what some of the things that were said today because religion blocks them from that openness. But you know, but then they are unhappy and they ask things like, well, how could God have, you know, had my dad died? Or how could God have had my daughter in an incident like that? It wasn't God. It was energy. And it was, in my mind, just an unfortunate manifestation of that. You know, energy is both positive and negative, and you need the negative. A battery has a positive and a negative. A battery can't work with two positives. The world, if it were sunshine 24 hours a day, people would freak out. They would lose their minds. You need the darkness, you need the shadow in order to appreciate the light and in order to be able to then harness the positive.